Tonight, Labour has been particularly vocal about President Jacob Zuma's recall. To discuss this further, we're joined by Zwelinzima Vavi, General Secretary of the South African Federation of Trade Unions. Good evening, Mr. Vavi. It's great to have you. We've been speaking to you quite often in the past 2 weeks as we've gone through this process of a limbo or transition, as the ANC calls it, to finally have some kind of clarity around what the future looks like and a confirmation of the recall of President Jacob Zuma. What are you feeling tonight? Well,
we obviously warmly welcome it. We have been in the streets from 2014, arising out of the upheavals in government, the dismissal of the former minister Nene, and later the dismissal of a group of others, including Pravin Gordhan and Cebisi Jordan. We have been protesting together with the civil society, and NUMSA, which we want to salute in particular today, made a call way back in 2012 and 2013 to say that based on the track record that the president have established in government, in their view, and they were correct, and history have vindicated them, that they were correct, the president should be asked to step down, and that the ANC must search very hard for a new leader that will steer the ship away from the current crisis facing the working people. So tonight is a big relief indeed.
Do you think that the ANC is being sincere in its statement for the reasons for this recall?
Before I say that, I respond to your question, may we also make a call to President Zuma now? Surely he knows that he have run out of all of the places to hide, and the only thing left of him now is to step down. And we want to make a call on him, don't prolong the pain. You know that your own organization have finally come to its senses and have asked you to vacate your office. Please do that tonight. Don't wait until tomorrow night or last minute and create divisions that are completely unnecessary in society. He has himself been saying to the population, the day that the ANC decides that he must vacate, he will vacate. Why waiting any more longer than necessary? Having said that, in our view, we didn't have a problem of Zuma per se. We had a problem of the ANC that have been stolen by the hyenas politically. We have given an unqualified, unconditional support to President Zuma and his friends in business to do as they wish about the future of our country. Throughout the past 9 years, most of them have been supporting him even against the decisions of the Constitutional Court, and have supported the whole stealing of 250 million rands, which was used to do upgradings in his houses. The public protector report now indicated all of that had nothing to do with the supposed reason of security. When Waterkloof was invaded and taken over by a private family, 7 ministers went to a press conference to claim that they knew nothing, and yet they kept quiet when the president promoted the guilty person and gave him a ambassadorial position in the Netherlands.
Is that why there's no mention of any of the wrongs that have been committed by President Jacob Zuma, and even that have happened under Jacob Zuma's administration, in this ANC statement that they released today, and even the press conference they gave saying they've now decided to recall him?
They can't afford to do that, because if they were to mention one reason, either the collapse of the state-owned enterprises, or the country in a junk status, or unemployment ballooning out of control, the next question will be, where have you been, dear angels? When did you land on Mother Earth in South Africa? And that's why the statement was so contradictory. The Secretary General today said the president have done nothing wrong. So what is the fuss? His term ends in April next year. Why do you want to remove him if you have done absolutely nothing wrong? And what is this nonsense about 2 centers of power, when you have said that there's only one center of power, which is the ANC? And we are being taken for a ride here. Honestly, I think that the country is being prepared now to say there was only one naughty boy here. It was just Jacob Zuma. He had no backing from the ANC. He did this on his own, and we are all clean angels. We've just come from another planet. Please give us a second chance.
Do you agree with the opposition when they say that part of how the ANC is handling this is as a result of factional battles, and that in fact this is just a move from one faction to another, and therefore does not guarantee that South Africa will move out of the state that it has been in?
Let me give you the example why that statement is not far-fetched. When President Jacob Zuma took over the government in 2009, unemployment was already sitting at catastrophic 23.7% if you use the narrow definition. Of course, it moved to 27%. Today it went down to 26%. We are happy. When he took over government, 11 million, not 27 million people were living in poverty in 2011. They have now grown to 30 million. When he took over, already South Africa was regarded as the most unequal society in the world. We were living in poverty, and already we had a huge problem of corruption. Please don't conveniently now say all of these problems are created by just one person, when quite clearly the workers and the poor have paid very dearly pre, and unfortunately they're likely to pay even post the Zuma era.
All right, that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming on to Newsnight, giving us his reaction. The South African Federation of Trade Unions General Secretary Zwelinzima Vavi.